I'm Lona Nyongesa. I was born in Kisawai, Malakisi. I moved from Kisawai to Matumbufu because my father and my mother had separated. I was living with my grandmother who was unable to take care of me, so I came to Matumbufu so that I continue with my education. I had a problem of paying my school fees, but through the support of Pastor Ramadhan Machio, I went through the system and I am waiting to join university. Now I am a teacher at Matumbufu Baptist Girls as I am waiting to join university, and I hope that I will also help to reshape the life of my fellow girls.
He may pass off as an ordinary man, but he is not. This is a story of Pastor Ramadhan Machio, a servant of God who has dedicated over 35 years of his life serving the community and particularly in promoting education in Bungoma town. Born in 1950, Machio attended Musikoma Primary School that is located a few kilometers from the heart of Bungoma town. However, due to lack of school fees, he was forced to drop out of school and was not lucky to complete his secondary education. He got married in 1970 to his wife Gladys, with whom they have been blessed with 6 girls and 6 boys. Over the years, Pastor Machio has taken the lead role of championing the attainment of the United Nations Millennium Development Goal that seeks to promote and offer basic education to the African child. His journey of education development started in 1979 when he helped set up Matumbufu Baptist Primary School under a tree in his village backyard with the support of his wife.
I thought of starting a primary school in that area. I started just with my own children and about 5 children from that area.
Mimi ndio nilikuwa mwalimu wa kwanza wa nursery kwa hiyo shule. Kutoka kwa huo mti tukaenda kwa udongo, ndio tukakuja tukapata KIE, tukaomba msaada, wakatuletea mabati na mbao na vyuma vya kujenga shule.
To date, Matumbufu Baptist Primary School has served thousands of families around the area. A year later, he set up Lutaso Baptist Church that continues to support the spiritual growth of residents in the region. From this church, over 69 other churches and hundreds of church leaders have been born.
And then in 1983, when I was staying in this town, also I was taken to be a chairman of Moi Primary.
In 1983, Machio joined Moi Primary as a PTA member. He was later elected as the chairman of the school, where he served for over 22 years.
Mr. Machio, when he took over this school as a chairman, the school had only about 8 classrooms. Because of the initiatives of the Mzee, he helped to put up other classrooms. So currently we have about 30 classrooms.
Today, Moi Primary School is the biggest primary school in Bungoma town with a population of over 2,600 students.
After resigning, still he comes to school for advice. He gives the teachers advice because he still wants to see the school doing well the way it used to do well.
Number 25, thank you very much. Clap for her. Yes.
With the growing population and demand for more schools in the town, Machio realized the need to set up another primary school. In 1995, he started the Central Baptist Primary School. With the help of former Minister Mudiawari, Machio organized several harambes that supported the rapid development of the school.
This is due to his commitment to the word of God. He's a very sincere man. He's a very honest man. He's a man who loves education.
But there was another growing concern. Many students were graduating from primary schools but failed to get a chance to join secondary schools.
Because we had only 2 secondary schools in Bungoma township. One was Bungoma High School, and then another one, Katnotunga Girls High School. We had no any other secondary schools in Bungoma town. And then the town started growing very fast. The population also increased very fast. So from there, I thought of now starting a school called Namachanja High School.
In 1999, Machio initiated the start and development of the first public urban mixed-day secondary school at the heart of Bungoma town. However, this was never going to be an easy task. The project faced stiff resistance from people who had intentions of grabbing the then popular Namachanja Stadium.
By then I was the councillor in the municipal council, nominated councillor. When I received that plan, I saw that they had put their boundary so that they were coming to get plots. So when we tried now to get the land, there was resistance, very high resistance. That is where now we used administration. Like our former DC, Mr. Kate, we went to him, he was a friend, but that friendship helped me so that we nullified those things. And the people were arm to arm, and we were threatened also, but God protected us. And we got the land. That is where now the Namachanja High School is, with that population.
It has a population of 1,000 students currently. Despite this population, this school is doing well. At the moment, we are at a mini score of 7.35.
Namachanja High School serves most of the low-income families in Bungoma town. This was meant to support students who had passed exams but could not join boarding secondary schools.
Most of the students we have are need cases. Some of them are good, but they actually lack school fees. So it has called for Mr. Mr.Ramadhan as the chairman of development to look for sponsors from the business community around, where he is also serving as a chairperson, to come in and assist them.
Though he voluntarily stepped down as the chairman of the school's board, parents and teachers requested him to continue serving the school, especially in supporting the infrastructural development of the fast-growing school.
At the moment, he's the chairman of the school development committee, and being in that capacity, he's the one in charge of the development projects of this school.
Hata afike usiku namna gani, hakukuwako na watu walikuwa kwa site wakijenga. Paka atachukua tochi, aende, aangalie walifanya leo walifikia wapi. Hata ukatase, inji ni mbaya, usiende saa hii, ngoja asubuhi anasema hapana, wacha niende, ndio kesho nianzie hapo kufanya mengine.
In 2003, Pastor Machio noted another key concern in Bungoma town: the need to give extra attention to the girl child. But again, the land earmarked for the setup of the Bungoma Baptist Girls Secondary School had been grabbed by private developers.
That land had been grabbed by somebody and had sold to somebody. And we also used Mudiawari. Mudiawari helped us when he was the assistant minister in the Ministry of Education. He helped us to revoke the lease And then we started that second school.
With just 10 girls and one of his own daughters as pioneer students, Pastor Machio set rolling the formation of Bungoma Baptist Girls High School.
When I arrived here, I found some 4 girls had paid full fees, and that money had been put on a school account.
Since then, the school has grown from a day school and is now a fully functional 3-streamed girls' boarding school with a population of over 400 students.
You know, when this school was started, there was no girls' school here in town. They had started Namachanja, which was a mixed school. He actually also participated in the starting of Namachanja High School. Then after which this school was started. And when this one was being started, quite a number of stakeholders had wanted it also to be a day mixed. And he said, no, this town does not have a girls' secondary school. And he insisted that this particular one, he wanted it to be girls only.
The school has one of the best laboratories in the region, offering high-quality science education to the students.
Some people coming here imagine he's a teacher, because he will always be there on the ground. He will always be encouraging you when you look like you are about to give up because you are not able to do this. When you're lacking food, he will talk to some of his friends in town and they will give you food on credit, and so you are able to continue running. So actually, without him, I want to say that we may not be where we are.
One of the members who really helped this school is Mr. Machio. He's really supported us from the word go. He's a father to us. We take him as a father, like our own father, because we are his daughters. And as you can see, he's really helping us. He's developing this school. We are on the next level. We are somewhere in the map of Western.
His most recent project is coordinating the setup of these modern laboratory facilities, a dining hall, and also the continued construction of dormitories and other amenities in the school. As a pastor, Machio has taken up the role of molding the young girls to become respected people in the community, giving advice to the students, and frequently nourishing them with the Word of God.
Yesu aliishi kwa ulimwengu tu kama sisi. Na alipita katika majaribu ambayo mengine nimeyasikia hapa. Lakini yeye hakukubaliana hayo majaribu.
He willingly stepped down from the position of board chairman, but has continued to remain a big part of the school in many ways.
He decided that he would step down for the current chairman, Mr. Makali. So I would say he's a man who starts things and hands over to other people to run.
Stepping down does not mean stopping. He swiftly moves to another project. In 2004, Pastor Ramadhan Machio played a key role in the setting up of St. Peter's High School in Musikoma, a school that is located right next to his childhood primary school at the foothills of the famous Musikoma Hills. The school has excelled both on and off the field, taking many students to university and also shining in co-curricular activities.
We would wish to appreciate for all the efforts that he has given unto us.
He was in charge of the school as chairman of the board for over 5 years. To date, Musikoma High School has a population of over 700 students and has continued to produce many students joining universities. With news of his blessed hand of development spreading across Bungoma, Pastor Ramadhan Machio received an invite from Kandui community requesting him to support them come up with a secondary school in the area.
And there also we had challenges because there was land that was grabbed by 12 people. But we thought of just individuals grabbing the land. Let us struggle and get the land, and we put there a second school. It is called Kijano Amalo High School. It is now also doing very well, and it is having a population of about 600.
Mjini area is one of the most densely populated slums in Bungoma town. The area had been known as a haven for criminals, drug peddlers, and town prostitutes. education levels in the slum area were at an all-time low. This informed the decision by some of concerned leaders in the town, including Pastor Ramadan Machio, to come together and start Muslim secondary school.
If you look at the Mujini village, it's actually a slum. We can relate this slum to Kibera. Now, the aim of the founders starting this school, one was to increase that transition from primary to secondary. Most of the girls in the village here, they've gone into prostitution. We found that is, if you talk to them, they'll tell you that's the only way they can feed and sustain the families they have. So the founders came together. That is Dr. Mr.Ramadhan Machio and others. They decided, how can they mold these children? How can they change this village?
The school started in a small iron sheet structure, but has since grown to become one of the biggest secondary schools in Bungoma town, offering quality education to the large population, mostly drawn from within Mjini slum area.
He is the chairman of the infrastructure of the institution. Now, within a span of 4 years, we've got 2-story buildings which have come up without fundraising. Because of his courage, pushing, these things can be done. God has given him a zeal, of going an extra mile.
And the miles have never been long enough for him to stop his commitment to community development. In 2007, Machio took his development leadership to his Lutaso Baptist Church neighborhood, this time working to directly combat the high dropout rate of girls in the area. With many girls missing school because of biting poverty, Machio started a door-to-door campaign urging parents to give him his children so he could start a school in the area.
They were thinking if the child cannot go to school, let her marry and they get about 2 or 3 cows, which is not helping them. I was just going house to house by asking and requesting parents to give me their girls and also educating them through the church to take them to the school. Some of them were refusing because of poverty, but I told them, since the church is there, we are going to help you. First, we started with 3 girls.
And that was the beginning of another successful story that creams the dedicated service of a man who has never been tired to serve his community. The school started in this church with 2 back rooms serving as the first pioneer classes for the first 3 girls.
There are rooms behind the church. That is where the classrooms were. One of the rooms was a staff room. Then my office, now the principal and the deputy's office were in a gorofa, just on the same church. And it was actually difficult. Like when you have optional subjects, you would find a group of students in the hall at one place, another group at another place. The secretary is seated somewhere, the accounts clerk is seated somewhere, just in the open.
With the help of the community, the school acquired land adjacent to the church and started the construction of classrooms with the help of Area Member of Parliament Alfred Khangati through the Constituency Development Fund and parent support. The school was almost ready for occupation, but first, prayers to bless the school. Then it was time for the students to move to their new classes under the supervision of Mr.Ramadhan Machio, who has worked with the development process all the way.
I want to thank our POG members, especially Pastor Ramadan Machio, for what he has done for us.
Ambayo tunapiga ambayo itaonyesha kwamba hawa ndio waliokuweko watu wa mwanzo kuanzisha hii shule, na tunashukuru Mungu ili tuone ya kwamba shule hii imefaulu, mmepita mtihani, mmeenda nyinyi wote university. Pigeni makofi sasa.
Before even any teacher reported to this school, he was acting like the head, everything. It's like they have no pieces of chalk, no food. He was the center of concentration.
Today, Matumbufu Baptist Girls High School has grown to become a center of academic excellence in the region, posting tremendous academic improvement each year.
We sat for our first KCSE exam in 2010, where we attained a mean score of 3.4. Then in 2011, we had a mini score of 4.1. 2012, a mini score of 3.9.
Lona Nyongesa is the first student from the school to attain a direct university qualification mark.
After doing my KCPE in Matumbufu Primary School, it was difficult for my guardian to pay my school fees. So Pastor Ramadhan Machio went and talked to the principal, Mrs. Silva Jerida, and the principal accepted to keep me in school without paying any school fees.
After her first KCSE attempt, Lona could not attain the university pass mark, but Pastor Machio noted great potential in her abilities.
After getting a B-, I met Pastor Ramadan on the way, who convinced me to go back and redo my exam. I accepted and worked hard. I passed, I got a B plain, and I'm waiting to go to university.
Today, all the schools started by Mr. Machio have well-equipped computer labs set up through the support of former Member of Parliament, Alfred Kangati.
The school has helped us to use the computers so that when you go out there, we are not left behind in the use of computers.
In 2008, Mr. Machio donated his only piece of land for the setup of Mashariki Africa Sports Leadership School.
From my heart, for giving up the property, the land for the project.
Here, sports leaders and coaches drawn from East Africa will receive training on how to use sports as a tool for transforming communities.
When we asked about the Mashariki Africa Sports Leadership School's development, he said, as long as everybody else agrees with it in the family, I'm okay. I mean, this is the only piece of land that he owns, but he says, here it is, you guys can use it whatever you want, as long as it's going to transform this community, as long as it's going to transform the lives of people, you can have it. And people will start seeing the impact that it has in the community, in this country, and in the continent.
Sammy Stanley Achima is one of those who have received training at the school. Achima now runs a successful youth soccer program in Nairobi's Eastlands area, where over 400 youths take up in the league.
We are trying to give this youth a sporting chance and trying to show them leadership through playing soccer.
This, in the end, contributes to a dropped crime rate in the region, as the program not only serves as a soccer center, but also impacts positive life values amongst the participating youths.
It's a holistic program, and that's why I actually brought my son here, because it's holistic in terms of nurturing their talent, but also teaching them how to be men of society.
To celebrate and thank Mr. Ramadhan Machio for his continued commitment to development in Bungoma, teachers in the region organized a big thank you party on 16th May 2008. On this special day, speaker after speaker praised his commitment to community service.
Kuzungumza mbele ya watu namna hii, wewe ndio ulifanya. Umefanya kazi mzuri na endelea kufanya kazi mzuri.
Priority yote ya maisha yake ni kujenga mashule.
A very hard-working person. He knows how to keep time and appointments. Once you agree that we will meet on Monday at 9, you will be one of the first people to meet him there. He's not selfish. He will not think about himself. He will take a cup of tea in the meeting and not at his house and delay or be late for that meeting.
Even outside the education sector, he has participated fully in socioeconomic activities of our groups, gender and social groups, whereby we invite him. He gives us lectures. He gives us way forward in terms of investment, and he gives us advice on societal challenges.
You know, because some of the things that he has undertaken, there's no pay, about that. He's not paid anything. He uses his time, his mind, his brain, his friendship with a businessman, and that's how we began all this school.
The most interesting thing he will do is he will take one of his kid or his daughter in that school so that people see that he's not starting something that will fail tomorrow. So my brothers and sisters have been to several of his schools that he has started, and they have done well. And it convinced people that actually if you put your trust in whatever you are starting, then that will be good. And I believe this can be an example to our government official or public servants who speak so highly of our education and they don't take their kids to public schools, or they speak so highly of our hospitals, yet they don't take their kids to public hospitals.
But his work is not over yet. He now has a bigger vision of setting up the biggest Bible school college in the region, as well as starting a university in the near future. Mr. Ramadhan Machio is a hero to many. His works continue to shine hope in the thousands of lives in Bungoma and beyond. May God's word be glorified.